All right, what happens when two waves meet? While they travel through the same medium? What effect will the meeting of the waves have upon the appearance of the medium? Will the two waves bounce off each other upon meeting, much like two billiard balls would? Or will the two waves pass through each other? These questions involving the meeting of two or more waves along the same medium pertain to the topic of wave interference. What is interference? Wave interference is the phenomenon that occurs when two waves meet while traveling along the same medium. The interference of waves causes the medium to take on a shape that results from the net effect of the two individual waves upon the particles of the medium. To begin our exploration of wave interference, consider two pulses of the same amplitude traveling in different directions along the same medium. Let's suppose that each displaced upward 1 unit at its crest and has the shape of a sine wave. As the sine pulse move towards each other, there will eventually be a moment in time when they are completely overlapped. At that moment, the resulting shape of the medium would be an upward displaced sine pulse with an amplitude of 2 units. The diagrams below depict the before and during interference snapshots of the medium for two such pulses. The individual sine pulses are drawn in red and blue, and the resulting displacement of the medium is drawn in green. So here's our red wave moving this direction, our blue wave moving this direction. When they meet each other, and they add together, creating interference. They get a bigger amplitude. Constructive interference. This type of interference is sometimes called constructive interference. Constructive interference is a type of interference that occurs at any location along the medium where the two interfering waves have a displacement in the same direction. In this case, both waves have an upward displacement. Consequently, the medium has an upward displacement that is greater than the displacement of the two interfering pulses. Constructive interference is observed at any location where the two interfering waves are displaced upward, but is also observed when both interfering waves are displaced downward. This is shown in the diagram below for two downward displaced pulses. So here's a red wave moving this way. Here's a blue wave moving this way. When they come together, they make this larger wave. So that's what you get. You get something also called interference, destructive interference. Destructive interference is a type of interference that occurs at any location along the medium where the two interfering waves have a displacement in the opposite direction. For instance, when a sine pulse with a maximum displacement of +1, here's +1 unit, meets a sine pulse with a maximum displace of -1, so below, right? Destructive interference occurs, and this is depicted in the diagram below. So here's what happens. You have a wave up top and a wave below, and they kind of displace each other. It says in the diagram above, the interfering pulses have the same maximum displacement, but in opposite directions. The result is that the two pulses completely destroy each other when they are completely overlapped. I'm going to stop there.